It didn't go the way either of us wanted, but I've got to say, like, she gives awesome. I'm just gonna say it like that.
What? The thing that was beeped out is what I think it is, right? We've hit a new low. Actually, we had a really bad time, but it turns out, excellent.
You want the trash? I got it all for you. Let's rehash the mess together.
Hello, I'm Wilko, and welcome to Rehash. It's time for us to get into another episode of Married at First Sight Australia. It is season 12, and it's time for Intimacy Week. Yes, that's right. You and I are about to get very, very just like Paul the Frenchman, you know what I mean? I'm bilingual. Intimate. Before we get there, a huge thank you to everybody who donates. I see every time that you do, and I really, really appreciate it. You can too. Go to rehashed.com.au. It just make sure that I keep doing all of this. So when you write things like, where are the new MAFS episodes? It means that I can still do it. So donate. Before we get too intimate, we do have to check on Tony and Morena, because things have gone from like, to like, Does that explain it for you?
I didn't like last night being called Senora.
A throwaway comment made by Groom Paul.
Oh my God, that's something you call someone who's 90?
I don't think he meant it in a bad way. I think that's a nice, cute thing. She's not happy.
Is she ever?
I'm the senior in the house. And then you say Senora? I would have much preferred good night, Signorina. Yeah, see how pretty it is?
I'm sure they're just editing it in a way that makes Morena or Morena, whatever you want to call her, look worse than she is. Although, maybe not. Who knows? All right, it's time to check in with ChatGPT just to see if Morena is overreacting, because I don't think that she would be, right? That doesn't seem like her. Hey, ChatGPT, what's the difference between signora and signorina?
Signora and signorina are Italian terms.
Mm-hmm.
Signora is used to address a married woman or a woman of respect and older age. Signorina, on the other hand, is used for an unmarried or younger woman. It's similar to the distinction between Mrs. and Miss in English.
Well, I guess she kind of has a point. Is it really that big of a deal? Like, is it that big of a deal for you to be so upset by it that a guy who speaks French said the wrong Italian word to you? And if you're so upset about it, then maybe you should have just said to Paul, hey, Paul, maybe just like signorina, you know what I mean? Like, I like to keep my youth a little bit, but I hate to break it to you, Morena, or Morena, whatever you prefer. You are getting older. It's just, it happens to the best of us, but not Christina Aguilera. I don't know if you've seen pictures of her recently. She does not age. I don't know what has happened, but she has literally turned back the clock. So I would like to find out how that's being done. You know what I mean? We've already had two of our grooms leave so quickly, Timmy for the Binny and Idiot. And now it seems like another one is ready to flee the love lab rat maze.
After the commitment ceremony, Jake and I spent the night apart. I woke up this morning to him coming and packing his bag, saying he's gone for good. He's going back to Perth. I think he was just hoping I'd write leave too.
Billy and Sierah, new version bar for bar, what I said. Last night was a lot to take in. I learned a lot about Ash last night on that couch. A lot of things I actually dislike.
No one made you say anything you didn't want to say.
I agree with Ash. Firstly, before I get attacked in the comments, no, but more, it's really good for engagement, so go for it. I don't agree with what Ash did. You shouldn't run off straight away and dibby-dob on your husband. It doesn't show good trust. But you probably already knew that Jake wasn't into you and this was all just a farce and it was over. And this is the perfect excuse for him. Oh no, you ran off, and you told everybody on me all the things that I said, and some of them are very questionable, so now I'm going to go. Something within me says that Jake has a very similar view to Timmy for the Binny. You know, he wanted someone that was like perfection for him, and he didn't even get close to what he considers perfection, so he was out.
I came into the experiment saying I'm going to be selfish with what I want and I don't want to change, and I am sticking to that. Not how I want to end things with you having a bit of a tiff.
Catcher.
With her having a tiff?
It's not like I ran off with another groom.
Yeah. All right, bye, Jake. I'll forget you so very, very quickly. What a blip in the MAFS history you are. I can't wait to really dig down and find out exactly what Jake's been up to since filming in the live show, which will happen at the end of this week. What is with these humans? I can't just say it's the guys, it's the girls too. Some of them just expect this laundry list of things. They go into the drive-thru and they're like, oh, absolutely no pickles. And if they get pickles, they're just very, very mad about it. Have you seen the show? This is not how it works. And also, like, you must have gone on it for a specific reason. Did you go on it because you literally thought that they would match you with like the perfect, short, blonde, petite woman? These people who say, I'm not gonna budge. I'm not gonna budge anything about myself because I'm just gonna wait for that right person who's gonna like every single thing about you. Guess what? Your partner is not going to love everything about you. They're going to love you for you, but there's going to be bits that you're going to have to work on because guess what? As humans, we have to work on ourselves. We have to keep doing it because nobody is perfect, especially you, Jacqui boy.
What about you, Jacqui? I want to always be connected to my partner all the time. I'm like a passionate person. I just love intimacy so much. How many times per week? I think like every day.
Wait, so are you and Ryan having sex?
No.
Well, she's an everyday kind of gal, and guess what? She is not getting it every day, even though I think she could. Like, warriors are meant to be virile, right? So I assume he can... Whoop. The whole time on the intimacy couch for me with Alessandra is so interesting. She loves it so much. Alessandra is invested in their sex lives. And I don't hate all the takeaways, you know what I mean? Like, she wants them to be open with their sexual desires with their partners. The problem is some of their partners are just duds.
Do you feel that you're confident in the bedroom when it comes to sex? Yes. Definitely. Where does the confidence come from? I think I've always been with like very loving and respectful partners who have been very emotionally attuned to me, saying they think I'm the most beautiful girl in the world and like, I'm so gorgeous. I love your hair. You've got a like beautiful ass, saying I love your body, like just always giving me compliments.
Oh, and that's what she wants. She just always wants that validation, compliments 24/7. Jack, I have a question for you. Did every relationship that you have been in, did it end because they decided that it ended? I'm getting the feeling that you've never like ended a relationship. You've just fallen in love with these guys because they just give you all these compliments, because some guys are just smart enough to know if they just keep giving you compliments, you'll just keep falling for their bullshit. So maybe find other ways to get that kind of validation. It can't just be words of affirmation 24/7. I do love how she was like, yeah, I'm very confident in the bedroom. Yeah. Oh, maybe she's not, because generally it's the people who don't talk about being wild in the bedroom. They're the ones that really like light a fire. Jacqui, maybe she's just like maybe she's like, just a grade above a starfish, but she really feels like she's putting in effort. Who knows? Not that there's anything wrong with being a starfish, okay? Some days we're tired.
And the fact that we have had sex and then now nothing and now we're mates, I'm like, how do we actually get back there?
Why do you get the impression that he doesn't want to be intimate again?
Well, because he doesn't do anything about it. I want to be sexy, not cute. I walk around like completely naked too. It's like, don't you want a piece of this? Touch it. Touch it. And how many times, like I say, just touch it. Touch, spank me.
So Billy with the big willy isn't actually delivering. I guess, so they did it once and they never did it again? That's not a good sign. I feel like every time I've had good sex with someone, I'm like, should we do that again? Who just stops and you spend all of this time together? I am absolutely sure that Adrian has no romantic feelings towards Awhina whatsoever, but they bang all the time.
Sorry, you walk around naked.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
She can't believe it.
And he's just got a blank look on his face.
He's just like,
but you're giving him a sign. You're in the nude. So you're saying,
bite my nipples.
When you're not seen, you're not heard, you're invisible. Shit. Well, I'm shocked actually. I just presumed everyone was having sex except for me.
Oh, it's really sad. Morena just really wants to have the sex. I guess maybe like an older guy like Tony can't make it. Maybe he can't make it work for anyone apart from cousin Stephen. Joke. That is a joke, before you at me in the comments. Although, is it? As always, Morena has turned it a little bit too dark. You know what I mean? Like, we're all having fun. We're trying to talk through our issues, and the Morena's like, it's so sad when you walk around offering it up and nobody takes it. Nobody's taken it from me forever. Morena came here for some very serious reasons. I don't think she came here for Insta fame, guys.
It's been a long time. It's been 7 years since anyone has slept in my bed. You can't even imagine what that feels like. Tony,
That's sad,
he
isn't it?
sleeps on the couch and he's asleep by 5.
5? I've recently just finished a stint doing breakfast radio and even I didn't go to bed at 5 o'clock and I got up at 3:15. Is that what I'm destined for as an older man? Going to bed at 5 o'clock for no reason apart from that it's 5 o'clock? That can't be true. Tony, chuck it in the comments. There's no way that a virile man like you who could, easy have a 40-year-old bride, you go into clubs and stuff with cousin Stephen. There's no way that you're going to bed at 5 o'clock. What a vicious rumour that Morena has started. Probably is true. All right, with Intimacy Week, Rampola has issued them a challenge. She wants them to create the perfect date for themselves. Obviously, they're going to involve their partner, but the date is for them. You're not doing the date for anyone else. You're doing it for them. You're trying to be sexy, you're trying to be intimate. Doesn't mean you have to do the bang bang, but it just needs to mean it's just for you. You plan it, you execute it, you.
Oh!
Wow.
I love it.
Jamie.
I'm so glad I put tan on this morning. Your body looks so good. Dave is going to have a heart attack. Stop! I want to have sex with you. What the hell?
Hot. They're so hot. And they seem nice. You know what I mean? Like, Jamie's a lot, don't get me wrong, but I love people who are a lot. Look at me. I've got a whole channel of me being a lot. It is crazy that they've been single for this long. Like, how many deadbeats are out there? But they're not the only love lab rats that are amping up the sexy.
Billy always said that he wants to be put on a leash.
Oh,
I'm
does
getting
he?
soft boy vibes. I'm kidding.
Yeah, soft and fluffy boy vibes.
I wouldn't mind being put on a leash.
One of my fantasies, I think bondage has been tied up, but I've got to start slow.
I don't know. You reckon? That was high on me. I don't know. I don't know. I think Billy, is he kinky? I don't know. It feels like he could just. Why am I so nervous? It feels like he could just go along with anything, right? Sierah, you are so hot. Just say to him, tie me up, go for it. I wonder how all the viewers, the old viewers who end up watching this show, I wonder how they're feeling about the subject matter. I feel like this is the sluzziest we've ever gotten on MAFS before. Speaking of sluzzy, Morena has returned back to, well, she wants to be, in a fun way, in a good way. There's no sluz shaming on this channel. She has returned back to the Love Lab Rat maze, where her Love Lab Rat, Tony, is there, and the vibe is still not good.
Hello. Hello.
Morena. Well, what's happening?
I'm home.
Morena.
I can see.
Oh, I'm home. Oh, it's a riveting chat, isn't it? I don't know if he can hear the door either. Like, he didn't even move for a second when the door opened. Like, he says her name in a way of like, I'm going to be as nice as possible so you don't come for me. Also, Tony, come in. Tony, oi, what's your secret? What are you hiding? Why does she have so much rage but also love for you? I don't understand what's going on. We miss so much. Tell me in the comments. And if Tony doesn't, you should. Just tell us in the comments exactly what you think we have missed between Tony and Morena. And yes, I've read all the rumours, but we'll cover them in the live shows.
How are you?
Yeah, good. Just doing some housework.
Very sexy.
Whoa.
Oh, he's terrified of her.
He's absolutely pooping his pants. God knows what he thinks I'm going to do. You're
Come in,
sweating and I've just walked in the
You're all
door.
different. You look happy.
I might have had an orgasm. Who knows?
I don't think that's how it works when you go to an intimacy class. I don't know if they just hand out orgasms. Two things. When Morena was being a little bit forward with Tony on how it's sexy that a man's doing the cleaning, he looks terrified. He was so scared. And even more scared when she mentioned the big O. Because back in Tony's day, when him and cousin Stephen were hitting the clubs, it didn't matter if women had orgasms or not. So why would it matter in 2025? I cannot wait to see exactly what Morena is going to provide in the way of inspiration for Tony to get on board with their date. But I can see that Awhina is going full whipped cream, straight in the gob. Yes. I have something to share with you. Oh, my sweet baby angel, my little Rehashed brown. I don't know if it's a phobia, but there's something about people being intimate and putting food on their bodies that really just... I'm flaccid. Like, it makes me feel ill when this happens. I'm not scared of many things in my life. I'm certainly not scared of general plumbing. I'm basically a warrior. No, that's a lie. I'm terrified of many things, like going to the post office. Why do they be so mean sometimes? Food on people's bodies is just not for me. So I don't know how I'm going to go after seeing the trailer for this episode.
Goddamn Jesus Christ.
God
I feel
damn,
like this
Jesus
is the most
Christ.
romantic I've pretty much ever been. I'm definitely out of my
Is she
comfort
going to put
zone.
it on him? Oh, don't lick it off his nipple!
Honestly, it's a really nice feeling.
Not for us, it's not, Carina. Oh my goodness. Now my neighbours can hear me late at night screaming, don't lick it off his nipple. I wonder what they think I do in here. Oh, well, I don't know about you, but I just don't think that that's particularly sexy. Like, Carina looked sexy and Paul looked sexy, but once we start rubbing things food-wise on each other's bodies, it just doesn't, I don't know, it just doesn't float my boat. You can lick a body without food on it. I've heard. I've not tried.
No, we don't need work. I don't think we need work, no.
Your partner
Of
is your
course you
foot job.
don't.
What the This has got a bit of foot
job.
fetish in it.
You like feet?
I'm not touching your damn feet.
No, why not?
I'm not into feet.
Don't care.
What a weird game that was. Awhina and Adrian, dead in the water. Even if I hadn't read all the rumours, dead in the water. Like, they can have sex, but they're at best fluff buddies. In fact, I don't even think they're friends. Look, I guess Paul and Carina are enjoying Intimacy Week, but so far for everyone else, it's a bit of a bust.
I got a little something.
You guys gotta go. Holy shit.
I don't know if that's set up or not, but yeah, kick production out. I wonder how long they stay before things get actually that intimate. Because just imagine being the camera person sitting there filming this while Carina is licking chocolate off Paul's nipples.
I have a leaf for you. How are you?
Oh, what is she doing? Oh, Morena.
Did you ever watch the movie Titanic?
Yeah.
We're going to
Oh, she
redo
wants
it.
you to go
Titanic.
down. They're going to redo it. They're going to go down. I'm assuming Tony's going down, spiritually and physically. Near, far, wherever. Tony looks nervous. He also looks shocked that she does have a leaf, and it looks like she would like to be painted like one of his Macedonian cousins.
I need you to put your leaf on.
Oh, it's a tiny little
You
leaf.
can't put a leaf on like that.
Paint me like you see me.
I got this.
Oh, that's big strokes.
I got this.
Excuse me?
I mean, I could have lap danced you.
I let her down at the beginning. She wanted to find romance. And I'm not used to that sort of stuff. I've been distant.
What is happening? Are we doing a Tony and Morena redemption story? Wait, 5 seconds ago they hate each other, and then all of a sudden he's like, oh, I've made some mistakes, and now we're going to open up and make this happen. And then we play the lovey-dovey music? No. Producers, you're not going to get us. There's no way that I'm going to believe that this is healthy and good and going to end up well.
Welcome to the Morena Lisa.
Show me.
So I don't understand my sad eyes.
Because Morena, you how do I say this without being too mean? You heavy vibe. You know what I mean? Like there's just not a lot of fun. You're not bringing fun. Also, I'm surprised in that photo. Is her mouth shut or open? When I say photo, sorry, children's art. Jeff and Ree, geez, they're really just not a couple to note about anything. Like they haven't really done it since they were doing it before they were meant to get married anonymously, and then they kissed once, and now the intimacy challenge for Ree and what's his name, Jeff, is dinner. They just have sushi. If that's the case, my partner and I have been intimate many, many times.
Shall we dance?
I'm dead.
Oh, she's dead.
What about dip, ready?
Just don't drop me.
Dips don't work on this show. Oh, that's how you do it, Ryan. Come on, Ryan. You've just got to hold on to her. You know what I mean? And like have some core strength. There's nothing wrong with Jeff and Ree. Like, they're fine. They seem lovely. They're both very conventionally attractive people who, the edit is showing them being just a little bit bland. And that's fine. Bland is fine. I just don't understand how they got cast on this show. Like, is it just because they're pretty? Because maybe they were, like, cast together because they legitimately thought that they were going to fall in love. I know. That is crazy for me to think that. I'm so sorry. I'll calm down. All right, we need to check in with Sierah and Willie with the big Billy. Maybe flip those around. Well, even though he does have a big one, apparently, he doesn't really use it that often.
It's not touching me. You need to do what you're told tonight.
Yes, boss.
I need you to go to your room like a naughty boy.
Okay, well, it's getting a bit sort of like mother-son territory, but if that's what you're into, Sierra, that's your business. What's so hard for you to understand, Billy, with the substantial Willie? You just need to touch it.
You want to squirt this all over your back, something?
Yeah, something like that.
What's he going to squirt on her back?
Is that what you want me to do?
Do
You
it?
just ruined really nice moment.
Yeah, I was surprised. Yeah, I was surprised. I guess I didn't think she was going to be facing the other direction with her ass out.
You do it nice.
Am I not doing it nice?
Not really.
Billy, bring it in. What's going on? What's going on in your head? You've got this beautiful woman in front of you. She has a very quirky personality. So she's not just beautiful, she's got the fun personality as well. And you're just, you're just like on her back. Last thing I ever thought that we'd see on MAFS is a back shot. Leave it in. I don't understand Billy's game. So Sierra's there. You've had good sex because you said that on camera, unless that wasn't real. And she is attractive and she's like, you know what the reaction is, Dave? Dave is the reaction. That's baseline what women are looking for. You to go, okay, it's on. You've shown me that you want it to be on, so it's on. And you're like, what do I do with this oil?
I don't think Billy thought that was sexy. I thought he thought it was funny.
Oh, no.
I have been. This
That's
is supposed
not
to be
nice.
sensual. I don't know if there is a spark. You are confused.
Yes, I am.
I think he just missed the point.
Yeah, I think Billy misses the point a lot. You know, let's hope his Willie at least gets the point. Depends which brain is driving Billy, I guess. Well, good for you, Sierra. Like there's no real spark anymore, but you're sticking with it. Unlike Timmy from the Binny who didn't get the spark from the first second and he was out. I don't understand what's happening with Billy. It seems like maybe he's not that interested. Is he interested in someone else? Oh. Who could it be? I'm just trying to start a rumour. See if it takes. Another couple that are a joy to watch, but I don't really understand anything about either of them, is Jack and Rai. You remember him? He's the warrior, and she's the one with the LinkedIn. Yeah, the very detailed LinkedIn. And if you've not heard it, don't worry. There's other episodes where you'll hear it. She'll just read it out. In fact, she's probably putting on it as a one-woman show.
Yeah, time to get intimate. Trying to get down and a little bit dirty. Don't know how dirty yet, you know? Gonna need a shovel maybe.
What do you mean need a shovel? Why? Because you're going to kill her and bury her body? Why would you need a shovel to get down and dirty? That's not what that means. Down and dirty doesn't mean, gardening. Oh, but wouldn't that be amazing if the thing that Jacqui wanted most wasn't validation and she just wanted to go and plant some tomato seeds? That's all I can think of. The way that Rai bobbles his head as he speaks, I don't know, it unsettles me.
Classiest looking paddle I've ever seen. That's like a weapon of mass destruction right there.
Wow.
Shit.
Oh, shit.
You like the red?
That's hot, eh?
Red.
Come over there and put my hands around it.
This is the first time that Ryan's ever seen a woman without all the layers over the top of her. He's just like, I'm going to come over there and I'm just going to put my, what are these things? My hands on your, what is that thing in your body? On your body, I'm going to put it on there. Oh, shit. Oh, God, yeah. Fuck. This guy needs some other words,
Oh.
What about me?
Yeah. Oh, you look great. Yummy.
Oh, yummy.
Snack. Snack.
Not a snack.
That's a compliment. Yeah, that's why I'm saying yummy.
That's a compliment, babe. That's why I said schnack. Also, he didn't say snack, he said schnack. That is very different, Jack. Although you seem to rebut it immediately. You wanted him to give you compliments, and then when he did, calling you a little schnacky poo, you didn't want it. Ryan's never going to win with you because the way that he's built with his brain, that's him complimenting you. That was him complimenting you. That was all the things that he was feeling coming out the way that he could feel them. Bosh, oh, wow. Oh, yeah. I'm going to put my hand on my body and I put on your body.
Like, I want to feel wanted and I'm trying to help him. Like, I appreciate that. He's got a lot to learn. No matter whether or not it's true that I am the most attractive girl in the room, that my partner at least makes me feel like I am today.
Right.
I really wanted that from you, is for you to tell me, like give you a second chance, I guess, to tell me.
Lies.
Second chance.
Okay. No pressure.
I feel like even if you are in the room with someone who would be conventionally more attractive than your partner, you're still more attracted to your partner because, you know what I mean? Like it's more than just like physical looks. So that's why I don't understand the ranking challenge. Even though they say it's just about looks, that's stupid. And Ryan still doesn't get what she wants, but she spells it out for him. I guess maybe he does know and he just doesn't want to do it. He doesn't want to validate her all the time, which means bad science. No good.
Yeah, I love your long hair. go running all the time and do so much to take care of yourself too. You really look after your body. And I think it's really, really attractive that you value your health.
That was shit. Like,
yeah, I agree. That was really bad. Yeah, you got a good body and you go run and you take care of the body and you just, look at you. You're here and you're breathing and that's good. Right. What is happening? I understand highly edited and maybe you did say more eloquent things, but we're not seeing them. Jacqui's there. She's looking attractive. You're there with your big rig and maybe tiny warrior. Who knows? And the chemistry is nil. In fact, we might be in the minus. And that's big for me to say because we just watched Tony and Morena sit on a couch together.
the feedback I'm delivering is out of a place of wanting, of the needs I need. I could have just hold my grudge about the fact that you put me third on the lineup and just been so mad about the rest of our experience together.
Equally as mad as
Or I could have brought it up and said, hey, look, Ryan, I'm upset about this. I'm struggling to get over it.
The whole lineup challenge to me was just kept purely in the physical realm.
So what you need to say there is you need to go, I'm sorry that I've hurt your feelings with the ranking challenge. Here are the things that I really like about you. And then say those things. And then say, let's talk about the validation that you need going forward and what I can provide and what you need and see if they match up. But you guys don't talk like that. You just... I don't know, you just keep missing the point. Like, Jacqui says one thing, you're not really hearing her. And ultimately, don't forget what Rampola said, this is meant to be Jackie's night.
And they
delivered the truth.
Yeah, I wasn't.
Just listen, okay? The experts on that bit of paper said, be honest, don't be disingenuous, and I followed the instructions. She did it more of a gesture.
Oh, right. Okay, so she doesn't think that you're the hottest, but she just put you at the hottest because she wanted to... help build your relationship, not tear it down. More for her. I don't know. For a second, I thought maybe they could be a perfect match, but they seem to just can't get out of each other's way to communicate properly, which is so funny because they both claim that they're so smart and they know all these things and, tick, tick, tick in all their lives, but they have zero emotional intelligence when it comes to communicating with another person.
For me, the man that I am, I've done a lot of work. I'll compromise when it helps us as a team. It comes to expressing myself. Not going to happen.
Today's challenge is for you to make me feel like the most beautiful girl in the group and the world. Then go on.
Do it. You've heard him do it before, Jacqui. It wasn't very good. He just went, oh, wow, shit, buddy, I got to put my hand on it. The man that he is, the work that he's done on himself, he's willing to compromise on some things if he thinks that it's right for the relationship. But if he doesn't, he's not going to budge. Who made you the judge of what's right and wrong in a relationship? You both have to talk it out together, you dunce.
We're not arguing, we're discussing it maturely as two adults.
Yeah.
Can you do that?
Yeah.
Oh. Can you?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm trying to with you.
This is your opportunity to fix your mistake. Come on. That's an ultimatum. That's a demand. I don't respond to those.
Rai, he's a warrior. He does not give in to terrorists. And Jack, you are an emotional terrorist to him. I think you're both as bad as each other. The patronizing way that he's like, can you do that? Do you understand that? That is no way to talk to someone who you're trying to build a relationship with. Imagine doing that so early in a relationship going, do you get it? Do you understand? But do you understand it though? But nah. Do you get it? This is not me being all team Jack. They're both equally just terrible for each other. But then again, I also think that maybe they're perfect for each other. I don't know.
Okay, so I am offended that you don't make me feel beautiful.
Is that just today or overall? Because remember, you haven't put any of your standards aside. And you haven't been with a man like me before, and it's really challenging you, okay? But I'm not going to change.
Pause it. Did I hear? You've never been with a man like me before and you just don't know what to do with it. You've never seen this. You've never had this and you just don't understand. Oh, shut up. I watch these people so many seasons now on many shows, MAFS and like this, and I think, am I the crazy one? Maybe I should have more impossible standards.
I didn't come here to compromise, Carol.
I did come here to compromise and I
Oh no, my
I came here to learn and be a better man through it all. I want you to never ever bring the lineup up again if that's the way you're going to approach it.
How hard is it to just be hey, I made a mistake, you're fucking gorgeous.
Because that would be a lie.
Pause. Well, I'm very upset that my TV is bugging out. There is a storm here tonight, so that's frustrating. And if it wasn't more obvious before, we can so clearly see it now why Rai and Jack are single. She wants this very specific type of person who like compliments her 24/7, and Rai refuses to give it to her because he doesn't want to give over any power. She's not allowed to have power. She's a little woman. He's a warrior. And at the end of that, to say what he said, well, dumb, and certainly something that's going to be discussed at the dinner party, I think.
Am I walking funny?
I didn't realise that the bed's split in two until us.
Oh
Dave
my
and I had a lot of
goodness.
fun.
Well, if you're breaking the bed in two, geez, poor old Jamie copped it. And it seems like she's loving every second of it. Speaking of a couple of inches.
I slept like a baby.
Well, you did drink a bottle of wine.
Oh, you did
With
too.
your help.
Yeah, you did, Tony. We saw you with your little glass of wine and other alcohol, so let's not blame this all on Morena. And maybe she would be more happy if she was just a little bit more drunk all the time. Just keep a little Pinot up to her.
We laughed and joked. She drank the bottle of wine. I had a little bit. Mm-hmm. We're
had a
actually
lot, mate.
enjoying our time together.
Lies. I'm not believing this Morena and Tony redemption story. You can play the soft music all you want. You're like, oh, we're actually having a good time. Bullshit. You could paint her all day, every day. You could drink bottles of wine all day, every day. And I think you guys would like that. But this relationship is going nowhere. I don't know who's to blame for it. From what I hear, it's Tony, but Morena seems to be doing an excellent job at bringing it down as well.
So yeah, so today's your turn, mister. Ask, whatever. Don't hold back. You're going to walk away, go, I should have. It's too late then. So just go for it. Don't be afraid.
He never really locks eyes with her when she speaks. And I don't know if he's just so bored or he's completely tuned out. I know he does tune out on occasion. Maybe a lot. But he's certainly not engaged, which probably makes Morena try harder, right? Because we all do it. If someone's not really like feeling it, you're like, hey, why are you not feeling it? What's happening? Hey, you see me, right? After the very not sexy night with the Warrior and the LinkedIn Queen, Time Person of the Year 2006, it's, dare I say, frostier than Tony and Morena's apartment.
I think he's missing the point. I'm here trying to help him. I think he's just failing to be grateful for the fact that I'm actually spending the time trying to train him. He's going to be a better man if he realises like, this is what I want. This is what a lot of women would want.
Right, yeah. Jacqui is training you. She is making you a better warrior. And you've said that you want to do more work on yourself. It just seems like you don't want to do anything that Jacqui says, and maybe for good reason, who knows. Jacqui, I just want to let you know that it is good when you're in a relationship to explain your needs, but also it's a give and take thing in a relationship. So his needs have to be met too. And you're just like blindly thinking that everything that you're doing is ticking all of his boxes. Not to be true. And this is not me sticking up for Rai, okay?
I believe she made a mistake by putting me first because consistently she's shown that I'm not the most attractive.
I gave you a task last night and you didn't show up.
No, I showed up for you. Jacqui, if you don't get 100% your way all the time, you are unhappy.
Yeah, the crux is that Ryan doesn't listen and doesn't understand.
Yeah, but I also agree with Rai. If you don't get everything that you want all the time with all the right words said to you, you're done, which makes you an incredible punish. And we can talk about editing all day long, but that conversation is actually happening. No matter how far out of context it is, he's sitting there going, I'm not going to be able to meet these incredibly high standards that you have. And I agree, he's not going to meet them. And she's also not going to meet yours either, Ryan. So what are you both doing there?
And I'm looking forward to getting to this workshop to just get away from your energy for a moment, right? Seriously. Like, you are so impossible.
What is wrong with a woman wanting constant validation?
Because I'm here to fix you.
I think we're meeting the real Rai. I tell you what, when you corner a love lab rat, they really start to scratch. So unlike the Coldplay song, Rai is not there to fix Jack at all. That's an incredibly tough thing to say. Like that's a really tough thing for you to say. You're insinuating that you're perfect, Ryan. And we know this not to be true because we're watching your behaviour right this second. I agree. Jacqui is no good. Her saying, I don't know if it kind of sounded a little bit Frankenstein, but she said, what was the exact quote? What's wrong with me wanting constant validation or something along the lines of that? And the truth is everything. No human needs to run. There's words of affirmation and then there's constant validation. They're very different.
You told me to do was exactly what I was doing in that moment. At the same time,
didn't do it good.
No walk.
Cut me off twice. This is over. I'm gonna go see what this shirt looks like.
All talk, no walk, as he trots himself off to find out how that shirt looks in the mirror because he's got a date with Alessandra. Yes, they have to sit down and get to do their part for Intimacy Week. I wonder what kind of challenge the boys will get. So the roller coaster of Ryan and Jacqui continues to be on a down, and I don't know if it's going to go back up. Adrian and Awhina, they're just never going to last, you know. Like, he is there just for a bit of quick fun. And she's there having a bit of fun because he's hot and maybe he's good at the bang bang. But it's still not going to work because he doesn't want to be an instant dad to her child. And on everything else, they can't really talk through their communication issues because he doesn't like communicating.
This is so dumb we've been having this conversation. And I literally done everything I could.
When I'm not feeling
end the conversation. I'm not even going into this.
Okay, that's Adrian's only job in this place is to empty the bin, and I think I've emptied it more than he has. I don't care if you think it's dumb.
It is stupid, and it's up for you to sort out.
It's up to her to sort out. You know, that's not his problem. He thinks he's done it enough, that's fine. Again, these guys go into these relationships and just go, you know what, this is who I am, and I don't have to talk about anything. Yes, you do. Relationship is about compromise and communication. Now, not compromising to the point where you completely lose yourself, that's bad. We've all done that in relationships before. But you won't budge at all. And you know what, Adrian? You're not that hot shit. Calm down.
This is the dumbest conversation I've ever had talking about
dishes. It's not dumb if it's her feelings.
Adrian, you're not hearing. Once again, he leaves and the bin needs emptying. I want a new husband.
Well, a lot of people want new things, Awhina. Like Tim wants a new bride and so does Elliot. But you're not going to get them. I don't think they're doing that. Although I would love to watch a season of MAFS where we just like go through a wedding and everything and they go, nah, let's do it again. And then they just marry another stranger. You know what I mean? I'm confused as to what Adrian is still doing there. I guess he's trying to get out of this without looking like the bad guy, but he's definitely not going to stay until final vows and then say, oh no, let's make it work.
I feel like this was a snippet of Sierra's fantasy. There's a lot more to come. Sierra was facing out on the balcony with her legs spread on a chair. She dropped the gown and let's just say there wasn't too much on. Every part of her body was touched.
I don't think every part of her body was touched. That's a lie, Billy. Your Willie came no close to that. You know what I mean? And the way that you rubbed her was like you were wiping a kitchen bench. It wasn't sensual. Tony was more sensual with his actual kitchen bench. In this little sit-down intimacy session with Rampola, it seems like some of the men really get it, right? Some of the men are actually working through it and they're trying to, even Billy to a point, even though he lies, he's not delivering, he's not, how did Sierra say? Touch it. He's not touching it. But even Billy to a point, they're all like explaining in a respectful way exactly what has been happening in their love lives.
Towards the end though, she said one line which made me sort of pull back a little bit. She said, I want to give you a chance to atone for your mistake. It came back at the photo challenge again. And then suddenly
that was
the crazy eyes came out.
What?
Try living with it.
So Rai woke up this morning and chose war, and now he's somehow decided that lashing out in front of the boys by using the term that Jake said, crazy eyes, in regards to Jacqui, he thinks that that's a good idea. He thinks that that's a smart idea. This guy said he was intelligent, right? I'm not here to talk about Jacqui's crazy eyes. What I'm here to talk about is you. You're crazy, Rai. Because no matter what, right, this is going to get back to Jacqui and this isn't going to make a good relationship. So why would you say this out loud of your mouth hole?
I was actually a little bit disappointed that it was purely based on beauty. Like, why couldn't we play a fun game? Why couldn't we do something that connects on a different level?
That the task is not about any of you. It was simply about her.
Yeah, exactly, right? And she said that a lot to you during your little sexy time that wasn't sexy at all. And you kept saying, oh, no, I think it's about me too. Here's what you can't have, right? You can't have it both ways. You can't say, oh, in the ranking challenge, the expert said this is what you're meant to do, right? And this is how I'm going to do it, and we have to follow the rules. And then later on, when the experts give you rules, you can't then go, oh, I don't really want to follow those ones. That's just not how it works.
It didn't go the way either of us wanted, but I've got to say, like, she gives awesome. I'm just gonna say it like that.
What? The thing that was beeped out is what I think it is, right? He just said she gives really great beep. Far out. We've hit a new low. I don't know if Ryan understands what the whole point of this task was, but it wasn't for you to divulge things in that manner. And certainly when you're talking around friends in a friendship group, I don't know if this is the way that you should speak about your partner. I guess guys would do it. Obviously not in my circle of friends, but I certainly wouldn't do it on national television. Actually, we had a really bad time, but turns out, excellent BJs. What? This guy's just a real piece of work.
And you know what? It was like, it kept getting better every round.
Don't go on about it.
Shake him up. Ryan, just stop.
Like, absolutely like hot, you know, like.
All right.
Oh, and then he did this. Absolutely. Chef's kiss to the woman with those lips. Oh, well, she might have crazy eyes, according to you, but she definitely has. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome here today to the funeral of Ryan. It's really good to see you all. Yeah, Ryan died when an entire nation cancelled him. I can only imagine that that's what's happening right now. No one was leaning into your warrior bullshit anyway, and then you just completely lost everyone by going, oh, she's great at the BJs, and oh, geez, and they just get better and better. But also, like, good for you, Jacqui. You know, it's not an easy thing. Obviously, Rai, hopefully you've learnt from what's his name? I've forgotten him already. Oh, yeah, Jake. What a blip. Obviously, you've learned from what happened to Jake is that this information isn't going to stay there. I hope you understand that.
Yeah, then the real crazy eyes came out. You know, it's...
Look at her face. She loves it.
Jakey boy's line.
He said the same comment that Jake said.
Oh, they're all dibby-dobbing. I love it.
I know.
That's not the worst part.
He just goes, yeah, but she gives though.
Stop. I don't know how he thinks that's okay.
Because he doesn't get it. There's something off with him. I don't think there's malice. I just don't think, for someone who claims that they've done so much work on themselves, I would hate to see them without the work. Although I assume that Jacqui's not single anymore because that's like, you know, he's given rave reviews. Someone who's not getting rave reviews is Morena because Tony came back from his session and just like everyone else, it obviously had a lot to tell. Morena wasn't interested in hearing it because she just started reading a book and, you know, it's mostly Morena's job to do the talking.
Wow. I've just opened the page again, Tony. Tony, you can't yet see the light at the end of the tunnel because the light is in you.
Oh, God. Wow, she's profound. Morena would be the type of person who, and I haven't gone through her Instagram, but does she have like just little Instagram tiles where she like puts up quotes from other people, but then she claims it that her own? The sun sets and it's dark, but then it rises again, and then you see the light. Morena, 2018.
When I come here to talk to you, I'm talking to you about what I was doing over there.
Tony, you walked away.
This is what I was doing.
You walked away. I'm entitled to read.
To you. I was excited to walk in here and talk to you about my day, and here you are, hitting me with questions and books and stuff like that. Sometimes I just don't get it.
Okay, I'm not talking.
Sometimes you just got to stop. Let me have my say. Sometimes you just got to step away before, you know what I mean?
Nobody gets to tell me to stop talking. It doesn't get to happen. Not on my watch. I put up with that for 29 years.
Oh, yes. Morena was silenced by her ex-husband, and now she's going to tarnish everyone with the same brush. Morena, I get it. It sounds like your ex was awful and you're in a shitty relationship, and then you've freed yourself from that relationship, but also relationships are give and take. And from what we see, Tony sat down and for 5 seconds he wanted to talk about what he had done today, and you just wanted to tell him about this great book about a train and a tunnel on the light. It doesn't change the fact that Tony was talking, and you could just like listen. It sounds like you're not a good listener. Can you hear me now? I don't know if you can. You're probably just yelling at me, right? Okay. I'm not saying that Tony is a walk in the park, but she also needs to calm down. He didn't blow up that much. He just got up and he left, and she's taking great offense to it. Chill out.
He needs a break. Let's give Tony a break. And with a child, you don't get to walk off, tell me to stop talking. I asked for an alpha man. I didn't ask for a child.
She is blowing up deluxe. Morena just cannot believe that she was told for 1 second, can I tell my story? No, that's not offensive. It's not offensive. You don't get to talk all the time. You know where you get to talk all the time? When you start a YouTube channel and there's no one to reply to you. Sometimes there's people off on the side, but generally it's just you and me. And unfortunately, I can only read your comments after which. So, Morena, if you just want to talk and have a one-way monologue, get a YouTube channel. Tony would not subscribe. The Intimacy Week tasks continue with more questions. Boring.
Where was the most public place you had sex?
I was at the zoo once. The toilet had like a bird aviary over it, looking, and I was like, this bird is full looking at me.
Oh man, Jamie doesn't give a shit. She'll just tell you whatever she wants. It's great.
One was like going, ah, ah, ah.
So she was at the zoo she was having sex with a human man, and the birds were watching. She wasn't the bird, right? Wow, out of all the risky places to do it, in the toilet at the zoo. Actually, I don't think the zoo's too far from where they are.
Let's go to Taronga on a day trip.
Jeff and Ree are doing all the things that they're meant to do, right? So they're with each other all the time. No, like you're with each other so much. So much of the day you are just like locked in your little sky suite, your love lab rat maze, and you don't get to go anywhere, and like no connection is building. Anyway, they're following the rules from Alessandra where they just have to like stare at each other.
Share a 2-minute makeout session.
Oh, and now they're going to
Yeah,
kiss?
the 2-minute tissing. Yeah, the
Ooh,
2-minute
kissing.
kissing chart. I can't even speak. It was a bit nerve-wracking. Like, it might not sound like a big step, but
I'd rather
for me
kiss and
personally,
stare at each other's
we've had that
eyes.
first kiss last week in Confessions Week. I guess with this task, I just hope that we will see the spark between me and Ree.
We've kissed before.
Oh, no.
It's okay.
Does he not like it? Oh, I don't want to watch this. Apparently they both like the kiss. But you've kissed before. Like, I just don't understand. Is there zero chemistry with these two? It seems like they're perfectly matched, but they don't want to do it. Things are going from bad to worse with Tony and Morena because Tony has returned from the balcony inside. I'm assuming he was out there having a dart. He seems like the kind of guy who loves the dart. You know, at the clubs with his cousin Stephen, just having a dart, just waiting for the hot chicks who are definitely, in their 40s, just like frothing over him, or someone in their 30s for cousin Stephen because he could get younger, just ask him. Anyway, Tony has returned and
Take a seat. Hello.
I'm good standing, thanks.
Oh,
You are?
good.
She
Yeah.
doesn't mean harm.
Look at
It's
her.
just how she is. I was a bit rude to you, wasn't I? Sometimes just let me have a conversation with you.
You tell me stop talking, so I'm not going to talk. Go ahead, finish what you
God,
want to say.
you
No, you said
called him
don't
a
talk.
You're becoming
child.
aggressive to me. I apologised to you, didn't I? I did. I said I'm sorry for my reaction.
You told me to stop talking. You don't get to do that to a person. I hope you're really happy. This was all unnecessary. I was actually enjoying reading the book. I wasn't hurting anyone. You then got up and walked off. You came to make a coffee because you go, I don't want to talk anymore. I thought, all right, I'm just going to read something from my book.
I didn't. I said I'm sorry.
But I can see you actually don't mean it.
And I can see, Morena, that you just can't hear anything. Like, even now, I'm not going to talk. And then you continue to talk. I'm not going to talk. And then you talk some more. I would be offended too if I sat down and I was like, hey, let me tell you about my day. And then you went, hey, let me tell you about this fucking book I've been reading. And yeah, look, he got a little bit heated and he walked off, but he didn't like belittle you. He didn't really attack you. He just said like, I want to talk sometimes and you need to stop talking. I don't think that that's crazy. Your reaction. Now that's where we're stepping into crazy.
I've worked myself inside and out. So if you're wondering why it upsets me, I won't allow anyone to treat me like that. I talk from my heart. I don't talk from my rear end.
Just showing her sucking abilities there. And Morena, you do suck. You can talk from your heart all you want, but you do have to listen when other people talk from either their ass or their heart. It's just a two-way street. And you're sitting there saying like, Tony's been trying to silence you. There's got to be other stuff that we didn't see. The blow up was not justified. If you blew up from this one little thing, Morena, then you've got a lot more work to do on yourself because no one is trying to silence you. He just wanted to tell you something. And it's actually really good juice about what Rai said at the intimacy coaching thing. So you miss out, Morena. Then she'll be mad that she didn't know about it.
If they make you feel like your love is
she's
too
back to the
much, then tell them it is. It's too much for them. Boom. Are we done? Good. Unmic me, and we're done.
Ooh, she's mad at production too. Unmic me and we're done. God, I wonder if she's going to make it to the Din Din's party. I don't think it's going to be good. Just because you read something in a book, again, it doesn't make it a fact. You're just reading a book that has like what seems to be just inspirational quotes in it in sort of narrative form. Good for you, Morena. And just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, Tony goes out.
I'm gutted because he doesn't even want to spend time with me, even as a friend. He's got lots of friends in Sydney. He wants to spend time with everybody else, even his dog, but not me.
Good night, Tony. Good night, Tony.
Oh, that's right.
Tony needs a break.
Why is she saying like even his dog? Why talk down about the dog? I love spending time with my dog. I would pick spending time with my dog than people most days. So that's actually not crazy that he would like to spend time with his dog over people, especially someone who doesn't let him get a word in edgewise, Morena. Well, I think that's where we will leave Intimacy Week. Let's chuck it in the bin like everything else. Remember, you can donate by giving thanks. There is a thanks button right under this video. Also, commenting helps. So any thoughts or feelings, I want to read them. So chuck them in the comments below. As soon as the video goes up, I sort of hang around for the next hour just replying to some comments. And you can donate as well by going to rehashed.com.au. A huge thank you to everybody who supports me. Another video for you tomorrow, and then we'll have to do a live on the weekend for more Married at First Sight. Bye-bye.